Hello guys and welcome back to Earl Sports Bets. I'm Timothy Earl, and today we're going to be looking at what will most likely be the most ugliest day of NBA this year. Welcome to the last day of the regular season. And we have a 15-game NBA slate, so all the teams will be in action today. We'll be looking over some of the games, see the motivations. I'll go ahead and bring up the ESPN standings, or the NBA standings on ESPN.com, so that we can get an idea of who actually cares and who doesn't, and which scenarios and everything. But if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe. If you guys want to check, we do have some premium plays today. If you guys want to go check those out, I have one side and 5 totals for today because there is a big slate. So we do like a couple totals for today in the NBA. You can go ahead and check out all those packages over at picksandparleys.net. And let's go ahead and try to get these standings up so that we have a little bit of a better idea of where we think some of these games are going to be going. I think there's like 4 or 5. I think I have 5 free plays for today, just because there is some motivation still. I feel that there's some motivation still with some games, to the point where enough to have them play and be able to cover certain spreads. And then there's a couple in there. So we'll go ahead and pull up the standings. I know it's a little bit slow, but it's whatever. Well, and then we'll go ahead and look real quick at, of course, my thing. There we go. We'll go ahead and start off with the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal remains out along with Gordon Hayward. Other than that, all the other starters should be good to go in this game. Hopefully we can go ahead and bring up the standings, because I know that this game is we're gonna have a play from it, and we do like Washington from this game. We'll go ahead and grab them. Hold on. We'll grab the Washington Wizards -6.5. Reason behind it: Washington's been playing a lot better lately, and this game matters because the winner of this game will most likely grab that 8 seed. So Washington has I feel like has the better chance at beating the Hornets and covering the spread. This game matters because if Washington wins, then they won't have to worry as much. They have to just play for that 7 seed. If they lose one, it's more of a win one game in 1 out of 2 games, and they're in the playoffs, rather than if the loser of this game will end up having to win this game and then win against the loser of this game. So it's a little bit on the line, and we'll see something similar down there. But it's overall, I think the Washington Wizards are the better team in this one. I do have them winning today against the Charlotte Hornets. Next up, we get the Boston Celtics taking on the New York Knicks. Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Evan Fournier, Williams. Holy crap, a lot of injuries in this one. A lot of people out. Originally, I didn't have a bet. I'm probably still not going to have a bet, but looking at this one, the Knicks have a lot more motivation for this game. Knicks win, they get the 4 seed. Celtics can't really move up, can't move down. That's why a lot of their players are sitting today. Most likely rest for most of them. I'm not going to go scroll through each and every one. Most of them, it's just rest. They have to play in the play-ins. So I'm not going to grab the Celtics. If anything, I would grab the Knicks -11.5. But overall, not too excited about this game. Next up, we get the Toronto Raptors taking on the Indiana Pacers. Once again, Toronto Raptors are out. They were eliminated a while ago. Pacers have that 10 seed. If they win, I think the most they can move up to is that 9 seed. I think they lose certain tiebreakers. So overall, I think they'll still play because they want to have a shot at a little home court advantage in that playing game. So maybe they can move up. I think if Washington wins, Pacers win, end up being Washington, Pacers, Hornets. So if the Pacers win, they get a home court advantage no matter what. So I think they're going to have some motivation to play. We're going to be grabbing them even without Demonton Sabonis and Michael Brogdon because Toronto doesn't have Siakam, Van Vliet, Lowry, and Anunoby. So overall, this one is I'm favoring the Pacers heavily in computer froze. Am I good? Good. Okay. Home court advantage in the play-ins, at least for the 10 seed game. Next up, we get the Phoenix Suns taking on the San Antonio Spurs. We saw this game yesterday, and the Suns absolutely whooped. Suns have a shot, I believe, at the 1 seed still. They need a win and a Jazz loss, and the Jazz are playing the Kings, so that's not totally outlandish. And Suns will be playing first, so they will definitely be going after this one. On the other side, with the Spurs, they pretty much clinched that 10 seed. They're not moving up, not moving down. I don't see much motivation in this game. So overall, this one I'm going to be passing on. If anything, I'll lean towards the Suns, but I'm not going to be laying the -9 with the Suns. This Grizzlies-Warriors game is our premium play of the day. So if you guys want this game, go ahead and check out picksandparleys.net. That's where you'll find our play for this game. Next up, we'll get the Houston Rockets taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Motivation for this one, none for the Rockets. They don't care. They want the season end. And for the, what were they against again? I'm bad. Hawks. Hawks have a shot at that 4 seed with a win and a Knicks loss. So I know that they're going to try to go after it. This game is pretty important. I think that both Knicks and the Hawks win today, so I think it stays the same. But the Hawks have a little bit of more motivation, but yeah, well, actually they might not because this is a 7 o'clock game. By the time that happens, they might not be too interested in going after it if it comes down to it, just because if the Knicks win, they know that they're guaranteed that 5 seed, so they might not be playing as hard. So keep an eye on this one. Personally, I'm not betting this one, but yeah, not really interested in going after it. Cleveland and Brooklyn. We're actually going to get all 3 of the big guys in Brooklyn in this game, except for with motivation for this one, there is none. Brooklyn has pretty much clinched that 2 seed. I think. Well, actually, I don't think they have, because with the tiebreaker between Milwaukee and Brooklyn, if Milwaukee wins today, Brooklyn loses, then Milwaukee will sneak up to that 2 seed, I believe, because Milwaukee did win 2 out of 3 against the Nets this year. So Nets need to win this game in order to hold on to that 2 seed. I'm not really sure how much they ultimately care about it, but I don't think I want to lay the -14 on it, though. It's one of those games that it's like, is there really motivation there, or is there not? I don't really, and I don't know. So this one is going to be an overall pass. Orlando and Philadelphia, I think it's going to be pretty much the same way. Philadelphia's already clinched that 1 seed. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons sit today. 7.5 point spread on this one. Personally, not going after it. No motivations for either of these teams. So yeah, not gonna be interested in it. Next up, Miami Heat and the Detroit Pistons. For this one, I don't know what the tiebreaker situation is for these teams, but I think if Miami wins and one of these 2 teams loses, they can possibly move up to that 5 seed. I don't think it ultimately matters too much. I am grabbing Miami in this one just because a 5-point spread, I think that's easily obtainable against the Detroit Pistons team that has melded in. They've been eliminated for a while, so I am actually going to be grabbing the Miami Heat in this game, -5. Next up, we get the Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings. For this one, ultimately, I don't really think this game's going to matter all that much. Besides, if Phoenix beats San Antonio, which most likely will happen, Jazz will need to win this game in order to clinch that 1 seed. So Jazz most likely would be interested in winning this game. Do they cover a 9-point spread against the Kings. I don't know. This Kings team is very scrappy. I think this one remains close. So if anything, maybe a slight lean towards the Kings +9, but ultimately I'm not betting this one. Then the next game we get the Clippers and the Thunder. Trying to grab up injuries for this game. Honestly, I could see Kawhi and Paul George being out for this game. Even though Clippers win and Nuggets lose, Clippers get the 3 seed. I ultimately don't think it really matters to them because in the West they're going to get tough matchups anyway. It's basically Clippers determining whether or not they want to play the Mavericks or the Trailblazers in the playoffs. I think both of these two teams are tougher. If anything, I think Dallas is a little bit tougher than Portland right now. Even though Portland's been playing really well, I think that Dallas will have a better run in the playoffs than them. So ultimately, I think it does matter. I think that they do want to play for the 3 seed, but I don't think they're going to care enough to. So they're not going to care. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to be betting this game. Mavericks and the T-Wolves. No motivation for this game. With this one, Dallas has that 5 seed locked up essentially. I mean, if they lose, Portland wins. I think that's swaps, but I don't think that's really the case. And I don't really think they care that much. They're in the playoffs. They clinched that spot. So they're not going to really care. And Minnesota's been out for a while, so that game's ultimately not going to matter at all. This game will the Lakers and the Pelicans, 10.5 point spread here. Lakers win and they win in a Blazer loss, and they are in the regular playoffs. A win and a Portland win. Portland's in the regular playoffs, and Lakers have to play down here. So ultimately, the Lakers will be playing to win this game. They will be interested in it. I'm not laying -10.5. I don't think that's realistic. I think that the Pelicans can keep this one close, but I do think the Lakers do pull out a win in this game. Next game, Denver and Portland. There must be something going on if it's a 10.5 point spread. Where's Denver, Portland, Denver, Portland, Denver, Portland? No, not really any injuries. And I think Denver wants to hold on to their 3 seed. I did grab Denver +10.5. I just think that's way too wide of a line. Yes, Portland's still going to be playing, but Denver is going to want to win this game too. They want that 3 seed. I'm grabbing. I think this one's a lot closer of a game. If not, Denver wins outright. If the money line comes out and they're +500, I'm grabbing Denver tonight. There's no reason why they should be this big of a spread. I think this one should be close to a pick'em. I do like the Denver Nuggets in this matchup, and I think that this one could remain close. So no, I don't think that this game should be a 10.5 point spread. Grabbing Denver in this one, +10.5. And then the last game is the Chicago Bulls taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee. Will they be able to tell by then? Maybe they could tell by that game. If Brooklyn loses, then Milwaukee will be playing hard. If they don't, expect Milwaukee to not play as hard, but I still think they could easily beat a Chicago Bulls team by 2 points. I don't think that's crazy. I actually am grabbing the Bucks -1.5 today. It's just one of those plays that's like, I think that's an easy play, even though there's no such thing as easy plays in the NBA. I'm grabbing Milwaukee -1.5. But that's going to pretty much wrap it up for today's video. Want to thank you guys all for watching. What a crazy NBA season it has been. Once again, if you guys are interested in our premium plays, go ahead and check out picksandparlays.net. Along with the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel, me and Nick are on there 5 to 6 days a week. Our next show will be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I believe, I don't remember when the play-ins start. All right, they don't have any slates or anything for them to play-ins start. But we will have shows for the play-ins and the playoffs and everything going on. So stay tuned. We're about to have a really, really fun playoffs. But that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's make